In a small, picturesque village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, lived a young boy named Raj. Raj was known for his kind heart, unwavering determination, and a secret admiration for a girl named Rosie. Rosie's beauty and grace had captured Raj's heart from the moment he first saw her. Every day, Raj would watch Rosie from a distance, enchanted by her laughter and the way she moved with effortless elegance. Raj knew that Rosie was special, and he was determined to win her heart. He devised a plan to impress her, hoping that his efforts would eventually lead to a deep and meaningful connection. Raj's first step was to learn to play the flute, an instrument known for its enchanting melodies. He believed that the music would draw Rosie closer to him, allowing him to express his feelings in a way that words never could. Each evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the village was bathed in the golden glow of twilight, Raj would take his flute to the village square and play soulful tunes. The hauntingly beautiful music soon began to catch Rosie's attention, and she found herself drawn to the source of the melodies. One evening, as Raj played a particularly beautiful tune, Rosie approached him. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity and admiration. "You play so beautifully," she said, her voice soft and melodic. Raj's heart skipped a beat, and he felt a rush of joy and nervousness. "Thank you, Rosie," he replied, his voice trembling slightly. "I play for you." Rosie blushed, and from that moment on, their meetings became more frequent. Raj would bring her wildflowers he had carefully picked from the meadows and tell her stories of the village's hidden wonders and the magical creatures that supposedly lived in the nearby forest. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, and Raj's love for Rosie deepened. Despite the growing closeness between Raj and Rosie, Raj knew that winning her heart was only the first step. To be with Rosie, he had to convince both his and her families of their union, a daunting task in their traditional and conservative society. Raj's parents, while loving and supportive, were initially hesitant. They were worried about the social repercussions and the potential backlash from the village elders. However, after seeing Raj's genuine love and determination, they reluctantly agreed to support him. The real challenge, however, lay in convincing Rosie's family. Her father, a stern man deeply rooted in the village's customs and traditions, was initially opposed to their union. He believed in maintaining the societal norms that had governed their community for generations. Raj knew that he had to prove his worth to Rosie's father and show him that his love for Rosie was true and unwavering. Determined to win his approval, Raj began helping Rosie's family with various chores. He worked tirelessly, often from dawn until dusk, assisting with everything from tending to the livestock to repairing the thatched roof of their home. His dedication and hard work did not go unnoticed, and slowly, Rosie's father began to see the sincerity in Raj's efforts. However, winning over Rosie's father was only part of the battle. The village elders, the guardians of the age-old traditions, were a formidable obstacle. They were vehemently opposed to Raj and Rosie's union, believing that it would set a dangerous precedent and undermine the societal norms that they held dear. Faced with such strong resistance, Raj and Rosie decided that they could not give up. They had to fight for their love and prove to the village that their union was a symbol of progress and the power of true love. Together, Raj and Rosie sought the support of the younger villagers, who admired their courage and determination. They organized meetings and gatherings, where they spoke about the importance of love, acceptance, and the need to move away from outdated traditions that stifled personal happiness. Their message resonated with many, and soon, they had a growing number of supporters. With their newfound allies, Raj and Rosie petitioned the village elders, highlighting the need for change and the importance of embracing new ideas. They spoke passionately about their love for each other and the positive impact their union could have on the community. The debates were intense and often heated, with the elders clinging to their traditional views. However, Raj and Rosie remained steadfast, their love giving them the strength to persevere. Their heartfelt pleas and the overwhelming support from the younger villagers began to sway the elders' opinions. After many long and emotional discussions, the elders finally relented. They saw the unity and strength in Raj and Rosie's love and realized that change was inevitable. Their decision to allow Raj and Rosie's marriage was a historic moment for the village, symbolizing a new era of acceptance and progress. With the blessings of their families and the village, Raj and Rosie were finally married. Their wedding was a joyous celebration, filled with music, laughter, and the sweet scent of wildflowers. The entire village came together to celebrate their union, and for the first time in many years, there was a sense of hope and optimism in the air. Raj and Rosie's love story, filled with determination, courage, and mystery, became a beacon of inspiration for generations to come. They proved that true love could overcome even the most formidable obstacles, and that with courage and perseverance, anything was possible. Raj and Rosie began their life together, living in peace and harmony, their love a testament to the power of the human spirit. In the quiet village of Chandapur, surrounded by dense forests and ancient ruins, lived a young boy named Pratik. Known for his bravery and kind heart, Pratik was a favorite among the villagers. However, Pratik harbored a deep secret. He was in love with a girl named Payal, whose enchanting beauty and warm spirit had captivated him from the moment he first saw her. Payal lived in a secluded part of the village, near the edge of the forest, in a house rumored to be haunted by restless spirits. Despite the eerie stories surrounding her home, Pratik's love for Payal was unwavering. One evening, as the full moon cast an eerie glow over the village, Pratik mustered the courage to visit Payal's home. He wanted to express his feelings to her, despite the fear that gripped his heart. As he approached the house, he felt a cold chill run down his spine. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, and shadows seemed to dance in the corners of his vision. Gathering his courage, Pratik knocked on the door. To his surprise, Payal answered with a warm smile. "Pratik, what brings you here?" she asked, her voice like a soothing melody in the darkness. Pratik took a deep breath and confessed his love for her. Payal's eyes widened with surprise, and then a soft smile spread across her face. "I have always admired your bravery, Pratik," she said. "But there is something you must know. My house is indeed haunted, and the spirits within are not kind. They do not want anyone to be with me." Despite her warning, Pratik was undeterred. "I am not afraid," he declared. "I will face any danger to be with you." Moved by his determination, Payal agreed to be with him, but the true test of their love was yet to come. The spirits in Payal's house were vengeful, and they did not take kindly to Pratik's presence. Strange and terrifying events began to unfold. Objects would move on their own, eerie whispers filled the air, and ghostly apparitions appeared at night. Pratik and Payal were constantly on edge, their love tested by the supernatural forces that sought to drive them apart. One night, as they sat together in Payal's living room, the temperature suddenly dropped, and a chilling wind swept through the house. A ghostly figure appeared before them, its eyes burning with anger. "Leave this place," it hissed. "You do not belong here." Pratik stood his ground, his heart pounding in his chest. "I will not leave," he said firmly. "I love Payal, and I will protect her from you." The spirit let out a terrifying shriek and lunged at Pratik. Just as it was about to reach him, Payal stepped forward, her eyes filled with determination. "Enough," she cried. "You cannot control my life anymore. I will not live in fear. At her words, the spirit paused, a look of surprise crossing its face. It seemed to struggle for a moment, then slowly began to fade away. The oppressive atmosphere in the house lifted, and the temperature returned to normal. Pyle explained to Pratik that the spirits were the restless souls of her ancestors, bound to the house by a curse. They had been trying to protect her, but their methods had only brought fear and isolation. Now, with Pratik by her side, she felt strong enough to break the curse. Together, Pratik and Pyle sought the help of the village's wise old healer, who provided them with a ritual to cleanse the house and free the spirits. The ritual was dangerous, requiring them to confront the spirits one last time, but they were determined to see it through. On the night of the ritual, the house was filled with an eerie glow. Pratik and Pyle held hands, chanting the incantations given to them by the healer. The spirits appeared, their forms more defined and menacing than before. They circled the couple, their ghostly wails echoing through the house. But Pratik and Pyle stood firm, their love and determination unwavering. As they completed the ritual, a blinding light filled the room. The spirits let out one final, agonizing scream before vanishing into the light. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and a sense of peace settled over the house. With the spirits finally at rest, Pratik and Pyle were free to be together without fear. They announced their intention to marry, and though the villagers were initially wary due to the house's haunted history, they soon came to support the couple. Pratik and Pyle's love story became a legend in Chandapur, a testament to the power of love and courage in the face of supernatural forces. Their wedding was a joyous celebration, filled with music, laughter, and the scent of blooming flowers. The entire village came together to celebrate their union, and for the first time in many years, there was a sense of hope and happiness in the air. Pratik and Pyle began their life together, living in peace and harmony. The house that was once a place of fear and isolation became a warm and welcoming home, filled with love and laughter. Their love had triumphed over the darkness, and they became a symbol of hope and resilience for generations to come. Through their bravery and unwavering love, Pratik and Pyle proved that even in the face of the most terrifying challenges, true love could conquer all. In the bustling town of Mirzapur, filled with lively markets and vibrant festivals, lived a young man named Dhruv. Dhruv was known for his quick wit and infectious sense of humor, making him a beloved figure among the townspeople. His jokes and playful pranks brought laughter to everyone around him. However, Dhruv had a secret. He was head over heels in love with Drishti, a spirited and intelligent girl whose laughter was as contagious as his own. Drishti was the daughter of a local shopkeeper, and her quick comebacks and sharp mind had always left Dhruv both impressed and smitten. Dhruv and Drishti first met at the town's annual kite-flying festival. Dhruv, always eager for a laugh, had devised a plan to impress Drishti by attaching a small, funny note to his kite. As he skillfully maneuvered his kite in the sky, it swooped down and delivered the note right into Drishti's hands. The note read, "Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everyone else disappears." Drishti laughed heartily and looked up to see Dhruv grinning widely. She admired his cleverness and boldness, and from that moment on, a spark was lit between them. Their encounters became more frequent, often involving humorous banter and playful teasing. Dhruv would show up at Drishti's father's shop, pretending to be a difficult customer just to see her roll her eyes and smile at his antics. Drishti, on the other hand, would prank Dhruv by sending him on wild goose chases around town for non-existent errands. Their light-hearted interactions quickly grew into a deep bond, and soon, they were inseparable. The townspeople began to refer to them as the town's most comedic duo, always bringing joy and laughter wherever they went. As their relationship blossomed, Dhruv decided it was time to confess his feelings to Drishti in a more serious manner. But being the jokester he was, he couldn't resist doing it in his own unique style. He planned an elaborate surprise for Drishti, involving a flash mob in the middle of the town square. On a sunny afternoon, as Drishti was strolling through the market, Dhruv's friends began to gather around her, dancing to a lively tune. Confused but amused, Drishti watched as Dhruv himself emerged from the crowd, holding a sign that read, "Will you be the punchline to my jokes for the rest of our lives?" Drishti burst into laughter, tears of joy streaming down her face. She nodded enthusiastically, and the entire town erupted in cheers. Dhruv picked her up and twirled her around, both of them laughing uncontrollably. From that day on, their relationship was filled with even more laughter and joy. They shared countless adventures, from impromptu picnics where they tried to outdo each other with terrible jokes, to late-night conversations under the stars, dreaming about their future together. However, convincing their families to approve of their union was not as straightforward. Drishti's father, a traditional and somewhat stern man, was skeptical of Dhruv's playful nature. He worried that Dhruv's constant joking meant he wasn't serious about life or marriage. Dhruv, determined to win him over, devised a plan to show his earnest intentions while still staying true to his comedic spirit. He decided to organize a comedy show, inviting the whole town, including Drishti's family. The show, titled Love and Laughter, was dedicated to Drishti and was meant to showcase Dhruv's serious commitment to her through humor. The evening of the show, the town hall was packed with people. Dhruv took the stage, starting with his usual humorous stories and jokes that had everyone in stitches. As the night progressed, his tone shifted. He began to share heartfelt anecdotes about his love for Drishti, cleverly woven with humor. He spoke about how her laughter was the melody that brightened his days, and how her intelligence kept him on his toes. He ended the show with a touching, yet funny, monologue about his dreams of building a life with her filled with love and laughter. By the end of the performance, there wasn't a dry eye in the audience. Drishti's father, who had been watching intently, was deeply moved. He saw the sincerity behind Dhruv's humor and the genuine love he had for Drishti. After the show, he approached Dhruv, a rare smile on his face, and said, "You have my blessing. Just promise to keep making her laugh." Dhruv, overwhelmed with happiness, promised to cherish Drishti and fill their lives with endless joy. With the blessings of their families and the entire town, Dhruv and Drishti's wedding was a grand celebration. True to their nature, the ceremony was filled with laughter, humorous speeches, and playful pranks. The highlight was Dhruv's wedding vows, which were both touching and hilarious, leaving everyone in fits of laughter. As they exchanged rings, Dhruv whispered to Drishti, "Here's to a lifetime of love, laughter, and being the punchline to each other's jokes." Their married life was just as joyous as their courtship. They continued to be the heart and soul of Mirzapur, spreading happiness and laughter wherever they went. Their home became a haven of joy, where friends and family would gather, knowing they would always leave with a smile on their faces. Dhruv and Drishti's love story, filled with humor and warmth, became legendary in Mirzapur. They proved that laughter truly is the best medicine and that a life filled with love and joy is the greatest blessing of all. Through their playful spirit and genuine love, Dhruv and Drishti lived their best lives together, always finding new ways to make each other laugh and cherish every moment.